Good morning, I'm Ferdi Salvador, and welcome to Industry Beacon, where we shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, and the leaders shaping our future. In each episode, we will explore how they're staying ahead in their fields, one industry at a time. This morning, we turn our focus to the packaging, printing, and plastic industries in the Philippines. The PackPrintPlas trade show is marking its 30th edition with a mission to redefine the standards in their industries. It will feature hundreds of exhibitors with hopes of attracting thousands of buyers. Industry giants will also unveil their latest innovations tailored to meet the demands of the manufacturing sector. Joining us now for more is Gernot Ringling, Managing Director of Messe Düsseldorf Asia. Guten Morgen, Gernot.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning and shedding light on this industry, or of course, collaborators in the industry. Tell me about Messe Düsseldorf Asia. How long have you been in the market?
Okay, Messe Düsseldorf, our parent company, has been around since after the war in the late 40s, 50s. And then 1995, we founded or established Messe Düsseldorf Asia in Singapore, being responsible for the whole of Southeast Asia, where we do trade shows all over from Indonesia to Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and now also in the Philippines.
That's a lot of travel for you.
Yes, I don't mind.
So tell me, it's the 30th edition of PackPrintPlas, rather. So tell me about what we can expect from your 30th edition.
Okay, 30th edition means it has been around for some time as a show, established by Global Link in the 90s. And then in 2019 or 2018 already, we founded kind of a cooperation that we as Messe Düsseldorf Asia come in, because the fields of printing, packaging, and plastics are really our stronghold, or one of our strongholds of our parent company, because we have the three leading shows in their field, being it in plastic, which is K, the Olympics of the plastics industry. Then we have Interpack, the World Cup in plastics, in packaging. And then we have Drupa, which just happened this May, June, which is the largest printing show in the world. So these three shows are trailblazers for their specific industry. And then we had the idea, look, in the Philippines we have this show which combines all three, and maybe we can bring that up with our international expertise, our connection, we bring that up to new heights. And now this week, coming up on Thursday, we will have 250 exhibitors from all over the world here in SMX, covering almost 10,000 square meters, which, doesn't sound so big in international standards. Well, we are getting there. And we have really world-class names in there exhibiting, like Heidelberg, like Aalborg, and so on. And it will be quite an eye-opener for everybody who is in these industries.
Packaging, obviously printing and plastics, that's the backbone of any small and medium and, of course, large-scale industry. What's the importance of the Philippines in your exhibition circuit?
Okay. For the longest time, I have been around since 1995 here in Southeast Asia. For the longest time, the Philippines was a little bit on the back seat of the rest of Southeast Asia. But we already, in 2015, we saw is changing. And there is more and more demand. The economy was developing here, particularly the consumer goods industries. And for consumer goods, you need packaging, printing, and the plastics come with the packaging mostly.
Yes. What about the emergence of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs? Are you seeing a lot more attendees to your conventions or to the trade fair?
Yes, SMEs are anyway the backbone of most of our of these industries.
Right.
Yes, we have the big ones, but also the the really ones who are, the backbone are the small and medium enterprise where the entrepreneur is really looking into details.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, I'm going to be asking you about trends in printing, in packaging, in plastics. Can you shine a light on these three topics?
Let's put it that way. The environment is the main topic for all of these industries.
Correct.
So sustainability, recycling, it's reduction of energy costs. This is going through all these industries, particularly in plastics. We talk about recycling. Mm-hmm. Recycling is a major part. We can't continue wasting the plastics, throwing it all over, particularly in Asia. A lot of Asian nations are the biggest polluters worldwide with plastic in the oceans. And this is a major problem.
Yes.
But it can be solved. But we cannot say no plastic anymore because plastic is not going to go away. Mm-hmm. And it's only it's substituting other products. So, it's not going to go away.
Right. There are certain cities in the Philippines or towns or even provinces that don't allow single-use plastics anymore. So I'm excited about your trade fair because I'm sure a lot of your exhibitors have solutions regarding this. But would you mind expounding on new material development, perhaps in the packaging world or even in the printing world?
Okay. New materials, yes, there are always new materials. I cannot go into details what kind of, which plastic raw material supplier has new equipments, new materials with new abilities. But the recycling part is most important for all of them. And now it's very important that each plastic is recognizable. When you look at, you want to export your product and have it packaged in plastic, it has to follow certain standards in the EU or in other developed countries. And this means it has to be recognizable, what kind of plastic it is, so that it's not mixed material, that it can be recycled easily, it doesn't pollute that much, or it can be reused immediately without being separated.
Correct. Plastics does not need to be the enemy, right?
No.
We just have to make it work for us and make sure it's used and produced and developed properly.
Yes.
What about in the printing world?
Printing world, yes, the printing world is very interesting. A lot of people say printing is dead because everybody looks online now. We don't read so much printed newspapers. Leaflets are not so common anymore. But the printing industry, being hundreds of years old, and shifted their focus a little bit more to package printing, which is the big thing now, and their growth area.
Yes.
And then on top, digital printing. Digital printing means it's very easy. It has almost the same quality as the traditional printing. Nowadays, probably most people wouldn't be able to define what's the difference in quality.
Yes.
And it's individual. So you can do, for instance, package printing, individual package printing, run only one number. You get a Coca-Cola can with your name on it. This can be all done with digital printing. Or you can do very short runs. So this is also a very big growth area for the printing industry.
Because there's a lot of people, of course, if you want to put your product out there, big industries, it's all about branding and how to best to put your branding foot forward is through printing, and I don't think printing is dead. In fact, it's still integral to our consumer world.
Yes.
Tell me, there's a lot of debate over digital exhibitions versus physical exhibitions. What's your take on that? What's the importance of physical exhibitions?
Okay, we are humans.
Yeah.
We like to get to know people. We We like to interact physically. Yes, sure, there is online. But when it comes to major business decisions, I don't think they come online. Or we can do online shopping. But if you want to do a major investment, you want to know your counterpart.
Right.
You want to test it. Maybe you want to touch the product you want to buy, the machine or something. You want to feel it and you want to compare. So I don't think that's easy to do with a digital online exhibition. During COVID, we as organizers, we didn't have any choice. So we all tried these digital exhibitions, online, yes, and yeah.
I'm sure at some degree it worked.
Some degree it worked,
Yes.
but the revenue wasn't, for the exhibitor, wasn't that much there.
Yeah,
So
understandable.
because, yes, people went there, but how to find a product, how to find a supplier. So for the big names, it was maybe easier than for small and medium enterprise.
Right.
They wouldn't be found online so easily.
Talking about exhibitors and big names, Gernot, who are the notable exhibitors that you're going to be showcasing this year?
We have, for instance, Heidelberg. Heidelberg Printing Machinery is still the world's largest printing machinery supplier. We have Aberg through its Filipino representative here showing machines. There's too many to name it. We have Windmüller and Hölscher. So it's brand names, household names for their industries.
But while you're thinking about that question, we're going to take a quick break. Industry Beacon will be right back. Stay with us.
In the Philippines, women entrepreneurs make up a significant 60% of all MSMEs. Innovations are transforming job markets and the financial future in OFWs. The buy now, pay later industry is rapidly transforming how Filipinos manage everyday spending, but it also raises questions about its impact on personal finances. I'm Rain Musni and welcome to Follow the Money.
Weekdays, 10:30 a.m. on BNC.
This is Pinky Webb and it's a great opportunity.
Pinky Webb.
Ang inyong lingkod si Corina Sanchez Rojas.
Corina Sanchez.
As they uphold their mission is to be proud
Dalawang
of what we
mamamahayag
do
na
with our
subok
lives.
sa
Ito ako
tapang
ay
at
had
talino.
chance to talk with all of you. Maraming salamat.
Pagsasamahin ng isang agenda. Mondays to Fridays, 6 p.m. only on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Welcome back to Industry Beacon. Let's continue our chat with Gernot Ringling, Managing Director of Messe Düsseldorf Asia. So, what is the benefit for small and medium entrepreneurs to go to the exhibit?
To go to an exhibition is always fruitful, particularly when you start a new business. You learn, you exchange, you see who is who in the industry. Also, you might meet even not really competitors, but maybe people who are in the same industry.
Business connections, yes.
Yes, it's really the networking on the show floor, which is so important. And the exchange, the human exchange to see what is there in the market.
Based on our research and based on our questions beforehand, we heard that there's going to be a lot of Southeast Asian customers that's going to be attending the show, which is great for the Philippines. At least you get business connections and stuff like that. What large industries are you expecting to come and check out the PackPrintPlas?
Okay, industries, I wouldn't name anything, but anybody who is in the consumer goods industries, this is the most important part. Because, I mean, we all have to improve our packaging. We have to improve our printing. We want to be compatible in the world market, and that's where it is. We will see consumer goods producers from the Philippines, but also from neighboring countries. I mean, it's more and more. Also, some of these industries may be looking for a market here or looking for maybe a production to open up, see what what's the situation is like in the Philippines.
Right.
I know that the Philippines have become increasingly interesting for international players.
Yes.
So to invest here. So this is all where a trade show plays its part. And the more we are happy to have it located here in the Philippines.
I mean, logistically, we're perfect. We're smack dab in the middle of Southeast Asia. But what's interesting for me or curious about is how many local exhibitors have you got that's already imprinted on the exhibition?
We have 250 exhibitors in total.
Yes.
The percentage of foreigners, I don't have it offhand, but even in the machinery side, the percentage of Filipinos will be quite high, but they will be mostly representative of international companies. So, for instance, Aberg is represented. Aberg is one of the big suppliers of extrusion, injection molding.
Okay, so this is for plastics and...
for plastics.
Yeah.
So they will be represented via their local agent. Others too. Heidelberg has their local office here. And they're locally owned, but they're subsidiary. So they will be, most of them will be registered here most of the exhibitors will be registered in the Philippines, but we have also groups from Germany, we have groups from China, we have groups from Taiwan. So there are really foreign exhibitors.
What do you think, in Southeast Asia, what do you think is the manufacturing powerhouse in terms of packaging, printing, and plastics?
Okay, from volume-wise, I would say Indonesia is still, but due to the sheer size, 270 million people.
The domestic
consumption
market
is so
consumption
high.
is even high. Yes.
Then you have the quality-wise, so far still is Thailand. They are quite high, particularly on the basis of a very strong food industry and food export industry. But the Philippines are coming up, particularly with food export, and they have to have proper packaging for it, and that's going to be the way forward.
That's very interesting, Gernot, because, the DTI, or the Department of Trade and Industry, has been championing local, food manufacturers and stuff like that, very small and SMEs rather. And these people, these entrepreneurs, they package, let's say, vinegar or like elixirs or even down to honey and stuff like that. And they're looking for proper packaging.
Yeah.
Do you think that they have an opportunity or chance for this kind of small scale to find a partner within the exhibitors?
I'm sure. There are also small packaging lines. There are also packaging lines for small and medium enterprise, or when they have to have packaging films. I'm sure there are also machines which are working on small scale, and they can find something there. But when you talk about Filipino packaging or food companies, international ones, 7D is the best example where they became really international, coming from Cebu, is that correct?
I believe so, 7D, yes, mangoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you find them everywhere, and they most love it in all over Southeast Asia, and easily identifiable by their very specific packaging.
All right.
And that's how it works.
Well, I'm proud of Philippine mango. So, Gernot, my last question, perhaps please invite our viewers to come and check out your exhibition.
Yes, please come 10th to 12th in SMX, starting 10:30 in the morning. Sorry, I was a bit early. And it's really worthwhile to come. You see the latest technology, a lot of things never been shown before in the Philippines. And we welcome everybody who is in the industry, but also students maybe who are interested in this field of business please come.
Thank you so much, Gernot Ringling, the Managing Director of Messe Düsseldorf Asia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that is it for today's show. I'm Ferdi Salvador. Catch the Billionaire News Channel on Free TV, Channel 31, and on cable via Cignal Channel 24. Thanks for watching the Billionaire News Channel, always on top.